Can't talk now. Gotta beat Perkins.
Morning, Margie. What's with Dagwood?
He's got to beat Perkins.
When Mr. Honeywell comes in, tell him I've got the Morgan estimate all ready to discuss with him. Good morning, Betty.
Mr. Honeywell is already in.
This early? Perkins in yet?
He was here when I came.
Company man, huh? Well, I'll talk to Honeywell.
I'm afraid you can't see Mr. Honeywell right now. He's in conference, and he said he didn't want to be disturbed.
Conference? Who's with him?
Mr. Perkins.
Yes?
Betty, there's another desk in my office. Who does it belong to?
Mr. Perkins.
Oh, I see. Perkins?
Yes, sir. Mr. Honeywell said he wants Mr. Perkins to be able to observe your methods of operation.
Spy on me, you mean? Betty, get Honeywell on his private wire for me right now.
Excuse me. Yes? Oh, good morning, Albright. It is still morning, isn't it? Glad you managed to stagger in. Perkins and I were just talking about you.
Mr. Albright sounds disturbed.
Mr. Albright has blown his cork. Now shut up and listen to me. If it's the Morgan account you're concerned about, forget it. Perkins was here at 7 this morning. Had everything ready for me when I came in.
I do hope he doesn't resent my eagerness to prove my efficiency.
Don't be silly. He just... Say, I hope I misunderstood that last remark, but the same to you.
Did Mr. Albright say something whimsical?
Albright? No, I'm laughing because he's scared stiff you're after his job.
Haven't you told him that you're sending me to your Dallas office as soon as I've learned the ropes?
No, and I'm not going to yet. Nor you either, understand? Let him sweat a while. He'll keep him on his toes. Good discipline. Sharpens a man.
I have a feeling Mr. Albright doesn't like me. Do you suppose he feels that I've imposed upon the fact that I'm related to one of your clients?
Well, I wouldn't dare. That is, why, of course not. Why, do you think for one moment the fact that your uncle is one of our biggest clients had anything to do with your coming to work for me?
Well, no, but it was an entree to the business world, so to speak.
You got what the firm needs. Young blood, vitality, drive. Why, you're a fireball, Perkins. Now, you run along to your office and keep the spurs in old Albright, eh?
Yes, sir. Spurs in, sir. Considering Mr. Albright's temper, I think I'll substitute a strong hand of the reins instead of spurs, if you don't mind, sir. Good morning, Mr. Albright. Sir.
That's only one man's opinion. Now listen, Perkins, I'm thoroughly familiar with the story about the early bird. Now what did you do, get up before the worm?
Well, you know the old saying, sir. Sleep before midnight, all the next day bright. Sleep in the morning, spend the day yawning. Clumsy rhyme, but it puts the idea across rather neatly, don't you think?
No, I don't. I think it's ridiculous. Don't smirk. If I hadn't stayed up half the night working on that Morgan account, I'd have been able to sleep when I did get to bed.
Oh, do you suffer from insomnia, Mr. Albright? I have a wonderful remedy for that.
I don't believe in sleeping pills.
This is not a medication of any sort. Here, let me show you. This is what I use to lull me to sleep.
The case of the bloody meat axe. This is a lullaby?
Mr. Albright, this is simply a means to relax the troubled, overtaxed mind. Why, many of the world's greatest scientists and statesmen are devotees of detective mystery fiction.
Oh, so that's what's wrong with the world. Oh, no wonder you get up early. You get bucked out of bed by a nightmare.
Oh, on the contrary. Solving the mystery takes your mind off your own problems, and you sleep sound as a lamb. Here, you take the case of the bloody meat axe and try my little system tonight.
Yes? Oh, yes, Mr. Honeywell. The Stegner account, I'll bring it right in. But Mr. Honeywell, that's my account. But, sir... Yes, sir. Right away. He wants you to handle it.
That's what the kids would call a real frantic outfit, Roberta.
I'd like to say it's just an old dress I didn't even know I had, but I can't, because it's gouged me for 2 weeks' salary, not to mention a well-shredded piggy bank.
Well, it's worth every penny of it. Dad'll love it. It's his favorite color, too.
Where is the dashing head of the Albright clan? Do you suppose he's weaseling out of our dinner date at the Stork Club?
What a suspicious female. You know Dad wouldn't run out on a date with you.
Well, if he's still moving as fast as he was this morning, he could run out in a sheriff's posse. What was that guided missile routine about anyway? You never did tell me.
You mean Operation Perkins? It's a brand new kick Dad's on. Gotta be Perkins to the office. Hat, briefcase, bye, dear. It seems Mr. Honeywell's hired an eager beaver who gets in while the crack of dawn's still echoing.
Well, why should that throw your father into a tizzy? What's the problem?
Beats me. Whenever I mention Perkins, he snarls and mutters something I'm sure no lady should hear.
Whatever it is that's bothering him, it's making the halls unsafe for pedestrians.
That's Dad now.
Stand by for the crash landing.
Hi, Dad. How's our local speed merchant?
Hi, Margie.
Dad, what's the matter?
Margie, you're looking at a dry, empty shell.
If you mean you're out of that rocket fuel you were on this morning, congratulations.
Oh, hello, Roberta.
Well, my new outfit certainly knocked him out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice that you were all dressed up. Going someplace special?
You and I were going to the Stork Club, but if the stock market's that bad, I know a quaint little one-arm lunch.
Dad, something's gone wrong at the office, hasn't it?
Oh, nothing's wrong at the office. It's just your poor old father. I'm through, washed up. I've shot my bolt.
Perkins.
Oh, Perkins isn't really to blame. It's just Father Time. Honeywell was right. The business world needs young blood. I'm just a poor, tired old man that should be turned out to pasture.
That's a horse. But I think I recognize those symptoms. Excuse me a minute.
Now tell Granny all about it. We can talk about it over a bowl of mush at the Stork Club.
Oh, no, Roberta. My Stork Club days are over. All this nightlife's been just a sham. I've been living a lie.
At this point, it's 8 to 5. You're not even living.
Oh, I've lived a good, rich life, but it's time to realize that those days are over.
And we quote Mr. Honeywell?
Oh, obviously, he's trying to ease me out. He's brought in a younger man to take my place, the nephew of one of our clients. How can I fight it?
Here's some ammunition.
What's that?
Your pills. You always talk like this when you're bilious.
I am not bilious, and I don't need pills to read the handwriting on the wall.
That's not handwriting, you see. Open up.
That Perkins character, what kind of a man is he?
He isn't even a man. He's a machine. He goes to work at dawn and stays until midnight. He just lives on paperwork and figures. I can't compete with a robot.
Cheer up, Dad. Someday he'll meet a nice girl robot, and they'll make beautiful electronics together. That ought to take his warped little mind off his job.
Girls. He doesn't even know the opposite sex exists unless it's the veiled mystery woman in one of his blood-curdling detective stories. Here. Look at this.
Ooh. Case of the bloody meat axe. Why, this is dull stuff. Have you read the last issue of Horrifying Comics?
Oh, it isn't funny. Perkins reads those things in bed to relax him. That's the kind of a weirdy he is. That's his only hobby besides stabbing me in the back with Honeywell. And that old coot is enjoying it. If he doesn't stop riding me...
Dad, don't get excited. Why don't you go lie down while I fix us all some dinner?
I don't want any dinner. I'm full up to here with Perkins. I'm going to bed and dream about a nice, juicy murder.
Poor guy, he really is upset. I'm sorry I teased him.
I teased him, too. But this time he's really serious in his own sweet, funny way. I wish I could do something about this Perkins.
I'm afraid there isn't much anybody can do. Citizen Perkins doesn't seem to have any of the nicer weaknesses. Doesn't even like girls, only veiled mystery women. And I look positively drab in a veil.
Now, I guess we can't compete with this. Hey, wait a minute.
Now, Margie.
Look, suppose Mr. Perkins had a real-life mystery that was so exciting it'd take his mind off his work. That ought to fix him with Mr. Honeywell.
Margie, dear, I think it's about time I was someplace else. Any place.
Fine now. Please, Roberta. I haven't got the idea yet, but I will. And you've just got to help me. It's for Dad. Please?
Now you're playing on my nicer weakness. Well, here I go in my shabby veil.
There's a light in Dad's office. He must still be in there.
Well, how do you know it's Perkins? You've never seen him. Well, from your dad's description, all you have to do is look for a real spook.
It's got to be Perkins. Nobody else works this late. He should be coming out soon. It's almost midnight. Now, you know what to do. Have you got the gun?
One false move, and I'll let you have it.
Oh, sir, help me. She's after me. Don't let her get me in her clutches again. Please, please.
But what?
Listen, she's coming.
Awake her in. I'll find you.
Yes, but who is she?
Oh, thank heaven. And thank you, sir, for heaven surely sent me to you tonight. You won't let her take me back there, will you?
Who take who back where?
To the sanitarium. That woman with the gun. She's supposed to be the head nurse, but she's really in league with the people who had me falsely committed. They're after my inheritance, so they had me declared insane. You don't think I'm crazy, do you? I know. I can't expect you to understand. I came to you out of the night. A mystery woman.
A mystery woman? Oh, but I do understand.
I knew you lived with the thrill of danger in your veins the moment I saw you. Then you will help me? You'll take me to the White Rabbit?
White Rabbit?
The only friend I have in the world. Like the little white bunny I had as a child. Take me to him, and everything will be fine. He'll protect me.
Don't be afraid. I'll protect you. I'll take you to the White Rabbit.
George Honeywell.
Thanks for bringing me to the White Rabbit. I'll be safe as soon as I get inside.
Wait. You haven't told me the rest of your tragic story. All I know about you is the name that sinister woman called you.
Name? What name?
Corinne.
Oh, that name. I thought you meant she called me something naughty. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye.
She's cut us off. We'll have to go around to the back.
I'll boost you up.
No. You climb up, then pull me in. I want you to meet the White Rabbit.
Corinne, you mean it?
Yes, I want him to see you. He'll never forget you for what you're doing tonight.
Honeywell.
Stand back. You've done enough to me already.
But I didn't know it was you, sir. I thought you were the White Rabbit.
The White Rabbit? Perkins, you've gone stark staring mad.
But I can explain, sir. Corinne must have got the wrong apartment.
I know blame well you did. Now get out of here before you early. I'll talk to you in the morning. Get out.
Good morning, Betty.
I think you'll find it is.
Good morning, Mr. Albright, sir.
Perkins, what are you doing out here?
Mr. Honeywell moved me.
Oh, did he now? Well, I'll have to have a little chat with our esteemed employer. Good morning, Mr. Honeywell.
Good morning, my eye.
Mr. Honeywell, what happened?
I don't care to discuss the matter now, other than to say we have unwittingly taken a lunatic into our farm, all right.
Perkins, you mean he stalked you?
Broke into my apartment last night looking for the Easter bunny. Ping pong ball. And like I've always said, Albright, you're the kind of a man the firm needs. Responsible, sound, the backbone of an organization. Isn't that what I've always said?
Oh, yes, indeed. Thanks.
Just don't poison your mind reading those mystery stories like Perkins did. Dangerous stuff, Albright. Very dangerous. Makes a man come unglued up here.
Certainly does. And Mr. Honeywell.
Yes, what is it?
That's the most beautiful shiner I've ever seen in my life.
Hello? Oh, hello, Dad. What's new? No, you don't say.
Mr. Honeywell told me I'm the kind of a man the firm needs, the backbone of the organization. So you were right. That Perkins threat was all in my imagination.
Yes, Dad.
Oh, you're so right, Dad.
Well, I guess that about wraps up everything for the day. Good night, Betty.
Good night, Mr. Albright.
Working late again tonight, Perkins?
No, sir. No, indeed. I'm never going to stay here alone again.
Perkins, what you need is a healthy interest. Something to get your mind off those morbid mysteries and bring it back to reality.
I know it seems hard to believe, but sometimes a mystery can be awfully real.
Oh, nonsense, my boy. Life, not fiction, is real. I tell you what. Why don't you come home to dinner with me tonight and meet my daughter, Margie?
Why, that's very kind of you. Are you sure she won't mind?
Oh, she'd love it, especially when you tell her about that black eye you gave old Honeywell. Oh, Margie, I'm home. I brought a guest.
Fine, Dad. I'll be with you in a few minutes. I'm just fixing my hair.
You're sure I won't be any trouble for her?
Not a bit. Actually, we're all going out for dinner, a little celebration, sort of a surprise for Margie.
I'm anxious to meet your daughter. She sounds like a wonderful person.
Oh, she's an unusual girl. Now, you make yourself right at home. I'm going to get a friend of mine, a Miss Townsend. She'll complete our little party.
Good evening. I'm Margie Albright.
You're Corinne, the mystery woman.
I am?
But you just said you were Margie, Mr. Albright's daughter. How can that be?
Oh, it's not hard once you get the hang of it.
But I don't understand. Last night you came to me for help, so I took you to the White Rabbit. Only it was Mr. Honeywell.
Mr. Honeywell, the White Rabbit? Oh, come now, that must be your imagination, because I know Mr. Honeywell, and he's definitely not a white rabbit. Although he does look a little like a gopher with his hair slicked down.
Now, look here, Corinne. I admit they've got me pretty rattled down at the office, but I'm not loony. Either it was you last night or your twin sister.
Mr. Perkins, you have uncovered the Albright family skeleton.
No, Corinne isn't.
Yes, my twin sister.
Amazing.
Certainly is. But please, not a word of this to my father. The sanitarium notified me that Corinne had escaped again.
But he mustn't know. He worries so.
But how about that blonde woman who was chasing her with a gun?
Well, that was Dr. Roberta Townsend.
Dr. Townsend?
Yes, Dr. Townsend's a psychiatrist. She's in charge of my sister Corinne's case.
A psychiatrist with a gun?
Well, that was to protect her from Corinne. Besides, it wasn't a real gun, just a water pistol loaded with chloroform to put my sister to sleep if she should get violent.
Down, boy. We did it for you.
We? Then Corinne is mentally unbalanced. Poor kid. Suffers from delusions of persecution. You know what she told me? That your father had her committed in order to get her inheritance. Ridiculous, isn't it?
You don't know how ridiculous it is.
Who is the White Rabbit? Oh, of course. It's another hallucination. I knew Corinne's case was familiar, but I couldn't place it until just this minute. It's identical with that of the mad sister in the strange case of the sinister twins.
Then you won't mention it to my father, will you?
I give you my solemn word he'll never know I share your tragic secret.
Oh, wonderful. I'll just tell him we met at... By the way, where is Dad?
Oh, he went to get a friend, a Miss Townsend. Oh, that wouldn't be Dr. Townsend, would it?
Roberta's coming here?
Oh, Margie. Well, I see you two have met. Look who I brought for dinner. I'll bet you're surprised.
Surprise, surprise. Can I see you for a moment, Roberta?
Now, just a minute. Roberta hasn't met our guest. Mr. Perkins, I want you to meet Dr. Townsend.
How do you do?
Good evening, Doctor.
Doctor?
And now, if you'll excuse me a moment, Doctor, I think I'll call the sanitarium.
Oh, wait. It's no use calling.
Doctor, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, my poor Corinne. Oh, she's escaped again. What will she do? Where will she go? From whom will she seek aid?
I'm sorry to bear the Albright secret in your presence, Mr. Perkins, but...
Oh, I understand, Doctor. Believe me, I do. And I'm glad the secret is out, because now I can go to Mr. Honeywell and convince him I wasn't crazy last night.
No, wait, Perkins. Oh, wait, please. You wouldn't tell Mr. Honeywell. What I mean is, let's all go out to dinner. Let's go someplace. Margie, haven't you got any ideas?
I'll get it.
I'll help you. Margie, you've got to think of something. If Mr. Honeywell finds out you were mixed up in this, he'll fire me.
Don't worry, Dad. Mr. Honeywell's not going to find out if I can help it.
Evening, folks. Just thought I'd drop in with a few papers for you to look over, Albright. Perkins, what are you doing here? Don't tell me he broke into your apartment, too.
Oh, no, he came for dinner and he was just leaving. Good night, Mr. Perkins.
No, I'm not going until I can prove to Mr. Honeywell that I was telling the truth. There was a girl last night, Margie's twin sister Corinne, and she told me you were the White Rabbit.
That white bunny again. This man's a dangerous maniac. You're telling me.
Mr. Albright, please.
Nutty's a fruitcake.
My poor boy, I can't hold a grudge against a man in your condition. You come along and I'll see that you get the proper care.
But sir, really, I'm not.
Now, leave everything to me, and I'll see that you get a nice little white rabbit to play with. Come on.
It all worked out all right, didn't it? Perkins is off to the Dallas office and nobody got hurt.
Margie, just do me one little favor. The next time you want to help me out in a crisis, just let me know in advance so I can send you to Bermuda.
Dad, you've got yourself a deal. When does the next boat sail?
Well, that's my little Margie.
Bye.